this lovely isle. Every day you see him, he always have a hearty smile. When his time is up to depart, he would say with pride in heart, I'll be back, you could bet your life. And if I can't come, I will send my wife. And then he'll tell you he really wants her to come, to drink some rum and have plenty fun in this great island in the sun. For Trinidadian, as foreigners to recall, it doesn't matter whether big or small, or if you're rich or poor, friends, we cater for one and all. So they're talking, they either drunk or they're steering mad, or maybe they're forgetting Mr. Universe belongs to Trinidad. And yet we have men of talent and skill, with high hopes of improving still. And if you think all this is a lie, the mighty sniper won't tell you why. Now our steel band is the best talent in this world. Like calypsos or stories are told, which is written to touch your soul. So Trinidad, this lovely land of my book, small but overwhelming in woe. And as you know, Carnival is the greatest frolic on earth.
Now people clap their hands. People felt so glad when Sniper paint portrait of Trinidad. But look around today, your eyes may get sore. What Sniper said, we have it down here no more. When a man say we not what we used to be, don't care how much it hurts, but one must agree. From 1965 to now, we are no more great. Our country has vastly deteriorated. No more our students ranked among the best. No more our scholars passing every test, but dropping out from school every day in this island. No money to continue their education. Our pitch lake is the greatest the world has seen, yet roads here are the worst in the Caribbean. So don't bow down your head, brother, don't feel bad. I'm only painting and you won't treat down Trinidad. Regardless of your color, your class or race, long ago down here you must find an equal place. We had our crime and our delinquent problem, but like any other country that we had then, those days went on, we people run them out. Sniper asked them where the hell that they're talking about. But nowadays when they talk, we can't see the light. Our delinquent and crime problem has gone sky high. Every day you pick up your newspaper, you could read the wholesome youth for marijuana. Shooting and thieving is really disgusting. That a shame to admit that this thing happened. With revolution and race talk, my country is filled. Today I live under a sedition bill. I'm only conscious of my place and not going mad and painting over the portrait of Trinidad. foreigners who return and visit our island is shocked at our present situation. This same man had invited his wife to come to see Tobago and drink our local rum. Those were the days when no care whether big or small, whether rich or poor, we catered for one and all. But nowadays the thing changed up entirely. Is you see about you and I see about me. Now in Tobago, them fishermen dying with grief. No more they taking tourists to Boca Reef. And if you ask them why, they gonna tell you flat. Is them big hotel owners controlling that? Even the Scarlet Ibis bird that they had around on Boca Reef, they start dying out one by one. I'm only conscious of my place. I'm not going mad. I'm painting over
Poetry of Trinidad.
Trinidad is my land, and of it I am proud and glad. But I can't understand why some people just talk it bad. But I know all of them we running them out. Don't know where they're talking about. They would paint your black every day, and the right things they would never say. Like our sportsmen being rated among the best. Our scholars have sit and passed every test and put us right alongside the rest. But then our pitch lake is the greatest one of its kind. Our sugar and oil is really refined. So you see, friends, this is a real thing Solomon's mind. They just talk some nonsense. Me ain't know where they're doing it for. About so much violence, man, you would swear that we fighting war. Of course, we have we delinquents to face, but just like any other place, look, things that I say about here is really too much for me to bear, because my people are daily making progress without any form of stupidness, and in this way we must gain success. For when we move in, we all move as one body, no bickering between you and me. For our policy stands for racial equality. Now when a stranger spending a little time in this lovely isle, every day you see him, he always have a hearty smile. When his time is up to depart, he would say with pride in heart, I'll be back, you could bet your life. And if I can't come, I go send my wife. And then he'll tell you he really wants her to come to drink some rum and have plenty fun in this great island in the sun. For Trinidadian, as foreigners do recall, it doesn't matter whether big or small, or if you're rich or poor, friends, we cater for one and all. So all of them were talking, they either drunk or they staring mad, or maybe they forgetting Mr. Universe belongs to Trinidad. And yet we have men of talent and skill, with high hopes of improving still. And if you think all this is a lie, the mighty sniper won't tell you why. Now our steel band is the best talent in this world. By calypsos our stories are told, with this written to touch your soul. So Trinidad, this lovely land of my book, small but overwhelming in worth. And as you know, carnival is the greatest frolic on earth.
Everybody laughing, everybody glad, everybody kicks in a fun, we in Trinidad. Always reshuffling cabinet, and up to now they can't do nothing yet, and we laughing. They buy a boat and it never floats, instead we know it used to carry goat, and we laughing. Raise the salary with a big back pay, and retrenching for workers every day, and we laughing. When election come and you wouldn't vote, all you saying is we go cut it throat, and we laughing. Everybody laughing, everybody glad, everybody kicks in our fun, we in Trinidad. Hospital of priority, but they finish the money in the treasury, and we laughing. It's got losing $500,000 a day. It's jam on the main road and the highway, and we laughing. They went for Malik and the Guyanese, let Ohala run off the hook with his, and we laughing. Everybody laughing, everybody glad, everybody kicks in a fun, we in Trinidad. Some Barbadians say Adam shouldn't dead, that 13 p.m. should have dead instead, and we laughing. He see Tobago and said tobacco, where he get his fooling from them don't know, and we laughing. Sideline the commissioner police, since that happened look crime on the increase, and we laughing. The minister said crime on the decline, and in 3 months they more than 29, and we laughing. Everybody laughing, everybody glad, everybody kicks in a fun, we in Trinidad.
This is Caribbean Vibes.
laughing. While the boys industrial burning down, two little boys in a back room having fun and we laughing. No commissioner, two chief justice, I hope and we tell the Pope about this and we laughing. The CJ wouldn't play my calypso like his I use any girl Toronto and we laughing. Everybody laughing, everybody glad, everybody kicks in up on we in Trinidad. It's not the first time I've met, but they had them roaming the country still and we laughing. They say 2 ministers involved in but nobody so they make it up and we laughing. God, they have disappearing every day. How it is disappearing, but some can't say I'm laughing. They're using your line to make up sin called blue film in the hands of children and all that we laughing. Children education we don't need them in streets and them playing game and we laughing.
Good night. After listening to Sandra Calypso, I decide to make a pass in the ghetto. After hearing about the set of poverty, I say I'm going down there and give them some charity. So I get a bag of flour, I get a bag of rice, a bag of this, a bag of that to treat them nice. But when I reach down in the ghetto, I hold my head and ball. Some people in the ghetto, they not suffering at all. Some people in the ghetto living very comfortable, who have direct TV, have VCR and cable. The children running, butt kicking ball in the street, with $1,000 brand name Michael Jordan sneakers on their feet. Blenders and dishwashers, microwave if you please. Goodie lap and tattoo pack up in their deep freeze. The outside of the building, man, could make your belly crawl. But check up on the inside, man, is carpet wall to wall. Mama, ooh, they laughing. They laughing. They laughing. They laughing in the ghetto. Laughing. 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 They laughing in the ghetto. Across the beta man, I went up in the dump. I see a fella looking just like Donald Trump.
007 here, boy. What's going on with this transmission?
If you see the fella how he mingling with the Cobos, but he have more gold than Baran and Alos.
Oh, alright. I'm waiting then,
I say, Mr. Howdy do.
Good.
No, please don't find me fast. But what a man like you doing here in the labas? He say, look, Mr. Panther, in case you ain't know, this labas have more money than singing calypso. The people in the ghetto living very comfortable. They order from Mario, KFC and Royal Castle. And when you see they order up the chicken and the chips, they give them delivery boys hot tips. Pagers and beepers, cellulars in the waist. Y2K computers scatter all over the place. I meet a ghetto woman, I say, dude, where from? She say, man, you can get me at ghetto.com. And mama, they laughing, they laughing, they laughing, they laughing in the ghetto, laughing. They're laughing, they're laughing in the ghetto. Ghetto people are very creative, extremely talented and know how to live. Especially when it comes to politics. The people in the ghetto, they master all the tricks. When you hear they want to get a little walk with URP, they just run down in the yard with you and see. But when the end is done and you hear they get a pay, they just run back in the ghetto and wave the bally say. The people in the ghetto living very comfortable. The women in particular are very fashionable. Anytime you see them, they're always looking nice. And one good thing about them, they don't wear the same thing twice. Manicures and pedicures, the nails always sleek. They visit their hairdresser mama every single week. Coca-Cola flavor boy, the sexy and the trim. Come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, every day they in the gym. And mama, oh, they laugh, hey, 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 hey. Love you. Laughing, laughing. They're laughing in the ghetto. Laughing.
Today, when I look around in the world, what do I see? I see footprints that man have left on the sand while walking through time. I see fruits of our ambition, segments of our imaginations, and I ask myself, when will it end? When will it end? It is plain to see, universally this land is not bountiful as it was, simply because in his quest for success, nothing stands in man's way. All rivers run dry, soon the birds will fly, the mountains will be no longer high. And when I really think of it, I just wonder why, oh why. see charity deplored, equal rights totally ignored, wisdom and ingenuity working in accord, simply to afford such inventions as thermonuclear warfare and environmental warfare. And I wonder now, where do we go from here? Prophets everywhere gaze upon the horizon and declare that judgment will come as the savage hands of unscrupulous men pile everything pass by. Time is running out as we eat and drink, species at the brink of being extinct. And I think no one can deny that the price of progress is high, real high. I see consciousness as great as today we live recklessly.
People, of course, we apologize for the late start of the ground report, but there is some technical experience that has been encountered this morning on Real Media TT, from whose studio we tap into in order to bring the ground report. So just bear with us, enjoy the music, and we await, of course, signal from the Real Media station or the ground report central station. So our apology for the late start, but they are working on the technical issue.
How long will it last?
Once again, we have a little difficulty, so we are a bit tardy this morning. The ground report, we are waiting, of course, from the corridor transformation signal from the ground report or Real Media TT, from whose studio we tap into in order to bring the ground report every morning to you. So bear with us, we are a bit late this morning, but I know that the technicians are working on it. But enjoy the music in the meantime.
They only make confusion, begin force for force to run. My speaker speaking. In Parliament, Bobby with paper back fire. In Parliament, sharp and they always arguing. In Parliament, they want to build a force racing. In Parliament, fixing all the time. Blowing everybody's mind. Fixing all the time. Blowing everybody's mind. Food stuff on a shortage daily. Business places running in the city. Before they watch these things seriously, the only thing is a comedy. Ridicule and the party giving, and all of the members laughing. Whilst they having a good time, big action we royal behind. Why is the speaker speaking? In Parliament the Kingston. But in making sweet I was said when? In Parliament the Kingston. So much of dirty water we drinking. In Parliament the Kingston. We have a telephone and it's a walking. In Parliament the Kingston. He be paying for election coming. In Parliament the Kingston. So he put a cabinet in the kitchen. In Parliament the Kingston. Every day sicky playing. In Parliament the Kingston. Nothing in the country walking. In Parliament the Kingston. Mr. Speaker, sir, I really admire the behavior of the opposition. Shah and Pandey, they are always fighting among each other. himself. Come on, yeah, stop beat. Where we go, yeah, stop beat. Yeah, stop beat. Back up the thing. Going big, be perfect. Make girl call her nuts if I leave home.
Rhythm cracking shoes.
Yeah, real close.
Just play.
All inclusive fete. Yeah, tonight go her real vibes. This crowd here go be real nice. Can't find me ticket. Hard done by the door. Realize I had to pay more. I have to get in because this fete not missing me. It's not missing me. I want to go big people party, make the music take over me. I want to jump up all day, all day. I want to wind up all day, all day. I want big people party, a liquor up inside me. I want to jump up all day, all day. I want to wind up all day. Head back down a real high and a real tight. That's not me, that's not me.
Yes, just given an update. We are waiting connection with the ground report. The experiencing a little difficulty in the studios of Real Media TT, from which the program is beamed, and then of course we translate it from there to you on the corridor transformation. So whether you go on Real Media or you are on corridor transformation, there is a difficulty this morning, a technical one, and the technicians are working on it. But enjoy the music in the meantime.
If I leave home, well, I tell she a real close. Girl, I almost did. All inclusive fete. Yeah, tonight go her real vibes. This crowd here go be real nice. Can't find me ticket. I done by the door. Realize I had to pay more. I have to get in because this fete not missing me. It's not missing me. I want to go big. Music take over me. I want to jump up all day, all day. I want to wind up all day, all day. I want big people party, a liquor up inside me. I want to jump up all day, all day. I want to wind up all day. Head back down a real high and a real tight. That's not the old, that's not the old. Man, a real high and a real vibe. That's not the old, that's not the old.
For the things we own, for their future is so
and the road is very long. As you know that it's not easy, you got to work and struggle. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. It is hard for someone to love you if you don't love yourself. If you want to get your good, you got to let it go to tell. We must show for the people, for the future is our concern. So we know, and the brave, and leave for the next generation. Love in love, oh, baby, look. Anywhere on the road, to and more, yeah, yeah, whoa, whoa, whoa.
This bandit war affecting the rich and poor. I see this bandit war frustrating the boys and girls. You have to be a success, to be unwanted, you're rich and reptile. And them on this might 100 million. This you must not deny. When you talk about bank robberies, foxes and motor car thieves, when you gather in with watch, that one is a purchase, a little bit touch. Through the law you must not complain. The panorama was late, you breaking all over the place. That's bandit, look bandit. I'm a magistrate, make history, you get them in your jail in this country. That's bandit, look the bandit. When you wanna eat a hot cross, when you step up the session, that's bandit.
All right, because we are about to join the once again, apologies for the tardiness, but we will join in shortly. In fact, we'll be doing that now.
It's a bandit, yeah.
Yeah, one more. Yeah. Yes, indeed, of course, my apology. Once again, I was just giving an update that they are not yet quite ready. But of course, I believe the portal open so that when they're ready, they will, of course, engage. I understand that they need 10 minutes again. I think there might have been some breakdown with the system, of course, at the Real Media TT studio. But that being as may, I have been asked, of course, to do the honors at this point in time, and of course, indicate some of the issues that we will be touching this morning. I don't have the benefit of your voicemails, so I will not be able to indicate that, and they will do that when Real Media is up and running. But let's get quickly to some of the headlines that are making the news at this point in time. What is it? Iowa brings a new nightclub to Tobago. Well, that is good for a good sign of economic, should I say, confidence in the Tobago economy, having regard to the bashing that it has been getting in recent times. I'm sure that Tobago schools reach semi-finals of Solve for Tomorrow program. And that's a program for those of you who may want to know and may be already aware or would like to, of course, become aware. It is something that was put on by Samsung for the whole of the Caribbean. And Trinidad and Tobago, it appears, would have gotten several schools, I think 3 of them, as part of the finalists across the Caribbean. So we'll see how that pans out. God knows we need some positive news in Trinidad and Tobago at this point in time, having regard, of course, to the awful performance of this administration, the Rowley administration. Of course, they didn't dub it as a rally in La Hoqueta yesterday or last night. I find that the voice quality was a bit poor, but however, it was dubbed a convention, a PNM Cummins, who is the parliamentary representative for that that constituency, which comprise La Hoketa Talparo, which comprise, of course, La Hoketa. And I'm certain that is on the La Hoketa side of the constituency that exercise was held. It might appear to be numbers. Don't be intimidated in no way about the numbers. That requires now of the population, the electorate, to get rid of them. 16 days later, prisoners still on the loose. So that prisoner that I think is Mount Hope went there for some kind of medical treatment, got the better of the, not in terms of overwhelming, but he was able to sneak past them, I suppose, the security guard, and is still on the loose 16 days now. Of course, the public has been asked to assist in that regard. Of course, whilst the authorities are saying that he may well be armed and dangerous. So you figure it out. As results released, CXC reveals rise in cheating. So that, to me, is not surprising. People, if they get the opportunity, will cheat in order to get the best results. They can, especially if they would prepare well. So that's a challenge that every examination council, every university, every school has to treat with from time to time. And if it is widespread, it speaks to, of course, the moral and ethical standard or pillar of students. Because, of course, they would have been taught to be honest, they would have been taught to work hard and expect rewards, including being diligent in terms of the particular exercise or the particular exam in this case, or the particular area of study that they would have engaged in for the purposes of ultimately qualifying by virtue of an examination or an exam. So we'll see what transpires there. Gopi Schoon get your food prices facts, your food price facts straight. I don't know what has happened to these people in government. I think they have gone totally stark mad, because it seemed to be so puerile, so asinine, so simplistic, as if, well, it's a bunch of simpletons. Because she's not concerned that price have gone up, in the food, because that is the response. But the quantity, the quantum of increase she's concerned about. Like the incident with Train 1 and the expending of hundreds of millions of dollars to maintain something that you will never get gas, it will never be functioning. Yeah, they're talking about Train 1, that facility that we have invested in, the government. And when, of course, the opposition said it's 400 million, their best response, their main concern, would have been that it was 200 million. It doesn't matter if it was a cent, probably. Gopi Schoon. In case of food prices have gone up. And that is essentially what she was saying. The degree or the extent to which it has gone up is frankly irrelevant. People are paying more for food in the country. And yesterday, of course, we ventilated that in no uncertain terms. Maybe I could find that list and give those of you who may have just joined into that discussion and see what we are talking about in terms of details. So that is irrelevant. What is important is that the government must pursue measures to try to bring down the cost of food and the cost of living, because that is what anybody with a modicum of common sense, including the minister, who is more concerned with instead of saying it rose by 10 cents, because somebody said it rose by 15 cents or 25 cents, you have a concern about that. But in fact, it means an increase in the cost of food, and therefore adding to the cost of living in this country and the hardship that such circumstances. I don't know when these people will learn, and therefore shame on you, Gopi Schoon. But that is a tactic of Rowley, and I suppose what they are doing is practicing what they would have been taught, or put another way, what is acceptable by this government to try to obfuscate and make heavy weather about something that is otious, when the real reason for Amin's concern is the rise in food cost or price. I mean, I just don't understand. I tried to get, of course, the list so I could share with you. But that being as it may, let's get back to the items that are making the news. Let me make sure and have that. I've lost it momentarily. Let me just get back there. And then, of course, we will examine some of the items that are making the news. Okay, right, good. So let me just get back there. All right. What again? So go be soon about the extent to which spoke about the increased prices. Not that price has increased, but because might have gone a little higher than what has been officially announced maybe by the CSO, the Central Statistical Office. San Fernando man killed on birthday. I would like, of course, during the course of the program for somebody or somebodies to, of course, tell us what's the murder rate, what's the murder number is by today. As I said, I have lost count. I will not be engaging there. I think we have sufficiency of multiple other issues to come to the fore, because this is a standard, and I expect that more people will want to focus there than me, as I would like to focus on so many other issues, including, of course, as results released, the CXE officials reveals a rise in cheating. Imbert, of course, finally is back in town, and of course, from that exercise that he engaged in, because he said that time for Trinidad and Tobago to go cashless. Of course, parroting what Rowley have been talking about in terms of digitizing Trinidad and Tobago, but superficial, superfluous, impractical, sounds good, so it is specious, but at the end of the day, he mentioned that he went to one of the rich European countries, and then he went to the UK. Well, the UK has what, over 66 million people, or 66 million people, and of course that particular country, I think it wasn't Norway. No, it was one of the other countries there. I'll find it. He said that when he went there, he saw people not using money, using some digitized card or something of that nature in order to purchase, and it's par for the course. That is how they transact business in those countries, and therefore he thinks that we should, and that was the basis on which he made the statement. Yes, look at here. Your finance minister, Chrome Imbert, of course we will know now where he went, where he disappeared to over the period. So Finance Minister Chrome Imbert is supporting moves by the Trinidad and Tobago International Finance Center to push Trinidad and Tobago towards becoming a cashless society. He spoke on August 20th, like yesterday, at the National Financial Inclusion Survey report launch at Tower D International Waterfront Complex, Rising Road. Of course, Financial Services Ombudsman Dominique Stoddard revealed that 21% of the population still does not use the formal banking system, and why not after? And is that surprising? Firstly, the system cannot be trusted. People are robbed on a daily basis too. It is irksome to take out an account, to engage the bank for organizing an account, and then of course when you go there, it's difficult to get your money, particularly if you want to purchase for an exchange, etc. at this time. So it is not surprising. I don't know what world they are living in, but if 21% of the population doesn't have any confidence in the banking system, that is the consequence that naturally will occur. But again, about Imbert trying to find the area where he said that he was. Yes, of course, here it is. Imbut noted on a recent trip to Denmark. Yeah, Denmark. So that's a European country, one of the Scandinavian countries. Denmark. He realized the majority of stores were cashless, and one store was even unable to provide him with change. So he went there with maybe euros, I suppose, or US dollars, as there was little cash in the cash register. So making the case for a cashless society. And then he continues, all transactions are done online or physically with credit and debit cards or mobile wallets. He said that this is in keeping with the trend across Europe and Asia. After that, I traveled to London, so he's telling us London, England, where, quoting him, I saw the active promotion of the use of credit and debit cards in their rail and the bus network, where you simply tap your card on a monitor as you enter the station or bus to pay for your travel. Well, let us get it straight. As I said, let me just consult my telephone here, my smartphone, to tell me how much people comprise the United Kingdom and how many people comprise the Denmark. So let's get it. I'm going to talk to my phone. Tell me the population of the United Kingdom.
Turning Bluetooth on.
Population of the United Kingdom is?
In 2022, the population of the United Kingdom was 66,971,395.
Right, so over 66 million people we are talking about. Let's hear what is happening in Denmark. What's the population of Denmark?
According to Worldometer, the current population of Denmark is 5,980,842 as of Tuesday, August 20th, 2024, based on Worldometer's elaboration of the latest.
Right, so we know is 5 million. So and of course Denmark is in Europe, so naturally if the surrounding states or countries are engaged, then of course it will rub off on them as well, as a relatively small state population-wise. But that's 5 million. Trinidad has 1.5. All of these are factors that you will take into consideration as to whether or not there's a cost-benefit analysis as to going there, and whether or not physical cash may be the way to go. The smaller the society, I can't see what you want a cashless society for if your population is extremely small. I see that I'm getting some kind of signal from the ground report. Let me see. Yeah, it's sounding like yes, like we are sounding like they are up and running. So let me discontinue and join the ground report. I think they have finally gotten their act together across there. So let me just join them. I'm sure that you're hearing them in the background as well. So let's go straight there. Yes, so there's some life with some indication that the ground report is up and running. So I'm going to pause a bit my conversation with respect to that digitization of cashless society by the sidewalk, that these fellows engaging without any practical infrastructure that would suggest that anytime soon we'll be going there. And of course, as I said earlier, based on the Ombudsman's data, 21% of the country do not trust the banking system. Of course, in these countries, 5 million and 66 million, they trust the banking system because it makes it easy for them to engage, and when they deposit the money, easy to withdraw as well. Yeah, every stage of the game is difficult to get a bank account and then of course to withdraw, and then if there's a long line, they are not concerned about that. So where is the technology to be used to prevent people from becoming frustrated in these long lines that usually at the end of the month or the end of the fortnight people experience, and therefore your phobia for banking or banking your money is real in Trinidad and Tobago. So instead of talking about those low-hanging fruits, the government should be focusing on I'm speaking still because I'm hearing the background music on the ground report. I've not yet heard Andy. So when Andy takes over, then of course I will give way at that point in time. But I thought it was important to treat these matters because of course we have been delayed broadcasting this morning. Alright, you heard of course. I'm sure you have the indicator. Right, so let's go straight to the ground report. So that is the ground report. Yesterday, up and running.
Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
So the treasury broke and they say that recession jamming. So for all the countries really start migrating. They lose faith in the country, they go on down the drain. They no more good to see happy times again. But it will come up in my people like I'm confident. Although many may seem to feel that I talking nonsense. But the majority of we decide we're not going to run. Because now is the time to show we patriotism. For we country facing. Yes, that is our people need us today more than ever. But in our fight to recover, give bang, bang, bang. We have one little thing that I want you always remember. We could make it if we try. Just a little harder. If we just give one more try, life would be much sweeter. Analyze just what was the problem. Yes, we start making very positive moves to solve them. We via the Joseph analysis we had working. And it's a new group.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
When next time come back from it, new ones we bring in. But if it's one thing about my people, I would guarantee that they would never ever put back people country. And the country living is that is our. And our people need us today more than ever. But in our fight to recover, give them all your feel to surrender. We have one little thing that I want you always to remember. We could make it if we try. Just a little harder. If we just give one more try, life would be much sweeter.
Hello. Hello. Hey. Hello. Huh? Yeah. They now they had a little technical problem, so they now start up. So stay tuned. Yeah.
And without social unrest, poor people paying the price. Because they know for the country, nothing too much to sacrifice. And if the country facing, yes, that is sour. So our people need us today more than ever. But in our fight to recover, if ever you feel to surrender, it have one little thing that I want you always remember. We could make it if we try. Just a little harder. If we just give one more try, life would be much sweeter. Anytime that we hear Trinbago is facing a crisis, as loyal citizens, it's our duty to stay and assist. For we know to ourselves there could never become a day we're not deaf to this country we can repay. So who want to go, I have no objection. But while outside, I want you to have some fun. That your country of good facing its worst day in history.
Yeah,
And you must do what makes
music. No, go ahead. I paused to, I hear your music, so you go ahead. Yeah, I hear and you're playing Stalins. Yeah, no problem. But you take over.
So the treasury broke and they say that recession jamming. So to foreign countries really start migrating. They lose faith in the country, they say we gone down the drain. They say no more, will we see happy times again. But the will to recover in my people like have confidence. Although many may seem to feel that I talk it nonsense. But the majority of we decide we're not going to run, because now is the time to show we patriotism. For we country facing, it's that is our So our people need us today more than ever. But in our fight to recover, if ever you feel to surrender, it has one thing that I want you always remember. We could make it if we try. Just a little harder.
Which is Dr. P. Christopher Rowley and the PNM government. The bad vibes, the spirit. The Oya, if it's that. The voodoo that they get you with all the right thinking people of Trinidad and Tobago with the voodoo. Many people fighting that voodoo. Some are successful, and most are not. Down to the spiritual people that are fighting that voodoo, boy. Because you ain't see them and only talking out and what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago. The talk is, what's like the December 9th, when the elections we're going to call. Because the talk is, they catch everybody with the pants down. They catch the opposition, that's the talk here, I'm just in the talk. The pants down, they catch, but they're not the opposition really. Because they say the opposition is doing a good job in destroying themselves. Among themselves, they're fighting, and I'm telling you, just telling you what's the talk. So the talk is, they don't have the opposition to study. What they're studying is really and truly the 2 seats in Tobago, which is Farley. They say, well, they're calling that based on that 2 seats because he's going to get catch with his pants down. Because he never really actually organized a true campaign when they're coming for those 2 seats. But he still will be chief secretary after the results. They want to break barriers of unity there, which is between he and Duke. Duke, in his mind, have a kind of vengeance there based on how things was dealt with him. So Duke will be fighting for all day now to organize the window to put himself there. Those 2 seats will organize and split. It will. They will have votes will split. So Duke will be on one side, Farley will be on one side. Like Moses with the Red Sea, just take it around and bam, and open the Red Sea and walk through. So that the PNM will be like Moses. They're gonna patch the whole issue of that day. They're gonna patch through that whole sea there. With Farley on one side, Duke on the next side. The PNM with no one will just walk right through. That's the plans. That's their plans. That's their plans. Somebody saying Duke is getting ready to swim again, and I believe he really need that because boy, they say the sea water need to cross water. How Trinidad to go cross water, boy? You can't cross. He's still here. So we're going to be an earthquake, a hurricane, something other shit on the place. To get that love back, that love.
Into the darkness you shine. Out of the ashes we rise. There's no one like you. None like you. Our God is greater. Our God is stronger. Mighty one I am.
Just bear with us, people. I think we're getting a little static here. So just bear with us. This is one of those mornings where technology seems to go awry, and you have to adapt and adjust as a people committed to a cause.
What are we going to do? Let me organize and open the lines while I just get these things.
Yes. I think, of course, let's open up the lines and take your calls. You have the numbers on your screen. I know we normally would play your front burner issue But this is one of the mornings that you have to adapt, adjust, and then of course do what is required. Because necessity, of course, being the mother of invention, so we have to be inventive and creative. But we are determined to bring the program to you, and this is one of those mornings. Of course, I have been talking whole morning, and but of course, I will only be addressing. I would have been only addressing those persons who would have turned on to corridor transfer formation. Those who would have been a real media entity, and the other platform we have, workers' rights, would not have been the beneficiary of them. But that being as it may, the fact is, it's better some than none, and that was the possibility that we woke up this morning. So all in all is good. The Lord is with us, and we will prevail. Andy? Well, just in case,
the whole trend of whereby you always talk that good will always prevail and all those various things, and Trinidad and Tobago always like, and the people always like to sell things as they are godly, they are godly. Faith. We have faith. Those kind of things,
we are spiritual people. Our cosmopolitan nature recognizes the fact that we are multi-ethnic, multiracial, and multi-religious as well. So that is in keeping with our DNA, and we will continue so to be, and we will always be a model in that regard for the rest of the world. Of course, we, notwithstanding the politicians, and in particular the PNM, attempting, of course, to divide and rule along those very ethnic and cultural lines in order to dominate politically, and then act as though they have some kind of total and absolute control and ownership of Trinidad and Tobago. Fallacy, hogwash, a deception by, of course, persons who are clearly have been opportunists and wanting, of course, to get more than their fair share, and to make decisions that are in the interests of that small group of individuals that they represent and are a part of. And we say that this is a democracy. All of us have an equal stake and say, and that must be reflected in our daily reactions, interactions, and policies and programs, irregardless of who it is that would be given the opportunity, the very onerous but at the same time a very, what I consider to be significant opportunity to manage the affairs of Trinidad and Tobago. Rowley and they have abused it. It is a exhibition of not just profligacy, waste and mismanagement, misappropriation, but it is a betrayal of the trust and the goodwill that was deposited, reposed in them to manage the affairs of the country equitably, and of course with a high degree of meritorious, should I say, system that they would have created in order to give justice and due to where it is due, as opposed to these artificial constructs that we have seen, including, of course, those persons who are purporting to be ministers, and even the Prime Minister himself, no damn good, incompetent to the core, and ought not to have been, firstly, the head of the PNM, and worse yet, to be the Prime Minister of this country. I have no doubt in my mind that is a firm position, that is a logical position, that is a real position, and of course I expect that the outcome of the impending elections, I heard him speaking about it at a so-called party election, re-election, not campaign, but exercise in La Hoquita only yesterday. And of course, suggesting that the numbers...
But you didn't realize them on fire, them vibrating.
The numbers that he took note of the numbers that gathered. He said if anybody coming from outside, maybe space or Mars or something, and seen, would think, well, it's a big rally. But no, this is a simple a re-election or election campaign for for the constituency, trying to play it down, and at the same time trying to rub it in the public's face that the party is as popular as he would have uttered. Well, that is utter rubbish. Many of them are there because of URPs, CPEP, etc. have been instructed, and of course with a fella like Cummins, a total rapscallion in more ways than one, at the hem, would of course been able to buy a presence of persons there. Worse yet, putting on red and suggesting that it is some kind of major exercise. Impressing, of course, he himself, impressing, of course, the Prime Minister. That's a par for the course. And of course, suggesting that he is extremely popular in that community. Well, of course, you know, it would have been hosted at the La Hokata side of the constituency. You know, it's La Hokata Talparo. So we know, and therefore we have to, of course, tell the people the reality. And you could well imagine the amount of people that would have been busted into that place. So it would not have been a domestic, or should I say constituency per se, a crowd that would have been at that function hosted by the PNM, claiming to be an ordinary election of the constituency elections. Bull nonsense. Differently. It was designed as a media spectacle.
Very bull nonsense.
To give an impression.
That is bull nonsense.
Yeah.
You know on radio? Bull nonsense. But now we don't want to say bull SHIT9. I don't want to say that.
Yes.
Get my next word now. Use the big word, man. Don't tell me no bull nonsense. A white raw. What did do there last night?
Well, bull feces.
Yeah. That song real good.
Yes. Bull diatribe. Right? Yeah. Bull excreta. Yes. Yes. All that coming from the result of digestion. Especially if you are multiple cellular animal, like a dog or a cat. You have a bowel, and you will of course have excretors because you would have eaten, and then of course the remains that is undigestible will then of course be deposited from the body as feces. Yes. Or excreta. Yes. So people, but that is what that whole exercise was all about. I know that I think I would have been sufficiently graphic for you to get the stench of what is up, because of course in the large intestine, in most multi-cell animals like us, you will have of course what is called bacterial decomposition of the remaining material that would have emerged from the small intestine into the large intestine, and of course the food will continue to process, and then of course it goes to the rectum, and then of course goes through the anus as filth, or as Adi would say tutu. I would prefer to say feces or excreta. Yes, indeed. So that's enough semantics in terms of the use of one's vocabulary to describe a regular and simple exercise that over the years, as a human being, as an animal, as animals would do. That's a normal course. You eat, digest, and of course, and on the other end, you have, of course, the excreta, or the unwanted, undigested material. So that is what I described as yesterday's exercise was in La Hokata. Showmanship, showing, attempting, of course, to get this media coverage that somehow they are popular, etc. That is what that whole shenanigan was all about. We must not be fazed or in any way intimidated and of course Dr. Rowley would have been in his element. Different to when in the middle of the local government campaign in, of all places, St. James, members of the party who attended that meeting, obviously had to be members, couldn't be non-members, entered that room and called him a liar, and he was stunned when they were publicly and vocally, it was reverberating in the room that you just lie. After that, he converted the entire campaign to be the Prime Minister exercise, utilizing, of course, taxpayers' money, as he did, of course, on Sunday at Napa. Same pattern of behavior. These people are despicable, they are dishonest, they are disreputable, they are clearly consummate and unadulterated rapscallion and ought not to be in office at all, having regard to their policies and programs and their self-serving and self-centered disposition, believing somehow that Eric William leave this place for them. Well, I want to know who gave it to Eric William to leave for them. That is the level of naivety, that is the level of madness, that is the level of illusion, and that is the level of what I consider to be brainwashing that Rowley, as clearly an exponent in concocting all kinds of fanciful story, would have reinforced into, of course, the dying breed called PNM sycophants and diehard. Yeah, dying breed. That is what it is. We must decry that exercise. Is abuse of our monies. Cannot tell us where they got the money from to build that monstrosity called Balize House.
And the well and LENNOX Smith.
Yeah.
The well. But here I want us to go at this point in time.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Nice. Yeah, what we to go at this point in time, because all we are saying is good as well. But here it is at the end of the day, with whether it be Obia, whether it be this, whether it be that, and all what going on, we cannot allow the voodoo of the PNM get involved with Real Media TT or Ground Report or submerge us like how everybody else is submerged, can't move and just have to dance wherever dance they say dance the Komboya, that dance that. What we got to do is this is what I want to do right now. I now see an article there say a mysterious engine room fire on the Kobo Star brought the Kobo Star to a halt. What says thou with that, and you, LENNOX Smith?
Listen, it was Rowley and them who said to justify the $1 billion that they spent on those two so-called old new boats. Because you can't tell me you have a modern boat and the seats can't recline. So it's it's modern old boats. They probably change the engine, etc., and maybe get up a new coat of paint. But it was them who said. It's them who said no. I responded to your question. Them who said
go ahead.
That they put toilet paper and big stone inside the toilet so that the boat can't move. That came from them. So
yes,
I remember that. Yeah.
People sabotage the boat.
Yes, sabotage the boat, only to justify spending $1 billion unnecessarily, because they could have still had the use of the Spirit and the Express if they didn't send back, of course, that maintenance crew from Canada, which worked feverishly and worked well and efficaciously during the period of Kamala Prasad Bisesa and the UNC between 2010 and 2015. I don't have no time to engage in their shenanigans, except to, of course, tell the population what the true story is.
Nice. Some people may vex, some people may not be vexed. But again, you see me? I realize not being, I always 99.9% straightforward. The 1% not being straightforward is not wanting to hurt nobody or don't want to dance and nobody dance. That will be real. So I thinking like me. You see that 1%? I throw away that after today because again, in life, if it is we have to move on, we must have, as Mikey K say, we can't have up the handbrakes and expect to drive the car. We can't expect not to start the boat engine to win the next general elections.
Well, I will prefer to use the term
they are
determined. They are determined to win the next election. They are determined.
They're moving very smart. It's because people selfish. They're moving very smart. Elections, to win elections, you need money. Jack Warner said.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and LENNOX Smith.
You know, if I say they know why, and I can't do that, I can't do that. That is 1% of me. Because I want to say, LENNOX Smith, I know you have a very busy schedule today. Everything is up and running. Thanks so much.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. I really had to make some adjustments.
No, but I can't say it. Because that is 1% that is always hold back now. Yeah, I always truthful to the people. What a 99.9%. Just that 1% is not wanting to hurt nobody's feelings, hurt this, that. Just trying to be a diplomat now. But Rowley's a diplomat? Why are you trying to be? Well, I'm not. Maybe that's some of the things where things just getting hold back a little bit. I'm not being 1% being myself. So we thinking a line here. Look, what's the line we in here right now? My co-host LENNOX Smith have things to do, however it go, however. I would like him to go to do it, or however, one time, or however it go. In real, technically, I'm running him. But look at talking now 100%. But I want to be a diplomat. And say, hey, at the end of the day, LENNOX Smith hold on the scenes while it is I was thinking there. How could you, Andy? Don't do that. No, don't do that, Andy. Don't do that. So just be 99.9% honest with you. And that 1%, I just don't want to hurt LENNOX Smith feelings. And whether it's Farley feelings, or whether it's UNC feelings, or whether it's PNM feelings, or whether it's what? So that choice now will be left to my co-host LENNOX Smith. Because I know he told me he have a lot of things to do today, and he get key back and he hold on. So my brother LENNOX Smith, what is your decision this morning here on the Ground Report while everybody is listening? Because I know you say you have things to do, but I'm talking to you as the 99.9%. That 1%, that I just speak there to make 100, I throw that out the door. What's your verdict on this?
You know, there's a kind of question called rhetorical question, or put another way, a loaded question, where the answer is so, should I say, this morning I had to do it because of the situation this morning. So I want to tell you that I've observed that. But of course I know that was the answer you wanted, so you have gotten it. So we can go along. I would not want to.
So now let me continue.
Yes.
All I heard it for those of you that now lock on. Chief, mystery engine room fire. Grounds Cabo Star. Chief Secretary Fali August fears Tobago may face another economic setback after a fire broke out on the Cabo Star engine room yesterday, grounding the vessel, adding to the island's challenges following the February oil spill and the July shark attack and a record high murder toll. Right. Mr. Fali August, very good. We just want to add in more. And now I call on the people of Tobago, because PNM getting set for December the 19th of Fali partner. It's you that going at, you know. The Tobago 2 sets, you know. They don't know when they come into EBC, they don't have Tobago lock in that kind of way. They know that Trinidad lock. They know they're going to, they don't work the thing with the EBC to make sure it go end up, the election go end up like Muduru, where somehow, and then it is what it is. These is evil people. These is people willing to get their hands dirty and are getting their hands dirty. These is people that know if they lose the elections, they're going to make a jail. The talk within the communities, because I'm not holding back that 1% anymore, is them Indian, if they come in power, they're going to lock up them African people and them. Kunta Kente, there's that. The African people voice. Go get lost. And all the Kumbaya, Kunda Kente drama, however it go. But Fali, I'm happy. 100% half. The next half, 50%, have everything to do with one time you should have, because you don't know what's going on. You should have organized one time and take off the skirt. Oh God, take off the skirt. Take off the panty. Put on the jockey shorts. Organize and put on something to show some kind of muscular or breast, not breast. I can't say because you're a man. Breasticular fortitude at all. I would just say by muscle. Where is he for? If it's a man, Lennox Smith, what is the he's not breasticular fortitude because
testicular.
Testicular. Right. Maybe a testicular still hang down with Duke and them and this and that and all them kind of thing, boy. Your fight gonna be hard, partner. Duke ain't gonna give up. PDP going and run alongside your party, alongside the PNM. Oh God, you and Duke going and clear the water. And PNM go, you ever saying you don't cut track for Guti to run? Right now we're going on Tobago there with all the day. All the cutting track for Guti to run. At the end of the day, I believe Duke needs you. I also believe you need Duke because Duke have his way. in getting to the people. You have yours too. And your way, this kind of decent kind of thing there, where your testicular fortitudes. We had a question. If it is you end up lifting up a cement bag and you strain yourself or something. So come on. You should have used that opportunity one time and tell the people of Tobago. Dress this headlines here in the rise. Let me go back to it. Oh God. And then Mother Bernie and this one and that one will never agree. He didn't make a do. He this, he that. And all them kind of choppiness, boy, all you. On the challenges of Tobago, that Tobago face, oh God, that mashing up Tobago more. And you all say, the chamber, if I could remember, Lennox Smith read something coming from the chamber of a high tourism and Tobago went well and all them kind of bacchanal thing. But when you watch the oil spill, the shark attack, and you watch the murder toll in Tobago at this point in time, where the PNM is making Tobago a Laventille East, West, North, and South. To you, the people of Laventille East, West, North, and South, however you all are. I mean no offense to you all, because most of you within those constituencies there are good people, but you all are brainwashed just like the pit bull. I was a PNM and I get out at that because I understand they don't like us. PNM don't like their own. When would we all understand that the PNM don't like their own? When the black government in power, the people who just get everything is the Syrians, the 1%, the Lebanese, the Caucasians, and yes, the Indians. The same Indians that they're telling you all to hate. The same mobilization whereby they want to take off ship with pan while they destroy the pan industry. Instead, they give them that money where the quotograms or wherever you call that.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, I feel good. Man, because at the end of the day, you can't be victimized, riddled, damaged twice. No stone pelt against me, talking the truth shall prosper. Come on. We all are preaching unity. We all are preaching godliness. And somehow many of you on the head there understand that Trinidad and Tobago life rowly them breaks and them ain't want no Indian come and lock them up nobody. Them don't know if the Lord's elections were going on. If them had to thief the election, they're going to. Them have how much of billions of dollars to thief the elections, you know. It is what it is. And you know, is he talking? Where is he talk? Well, I tell only the truth. The government buy out all them Indian businessmen who will normally support the UNC. They have all of them under lock. It takes money to win elections. They know it are plenty of them Indian people that they can't turn. No matter what, all you're going to vote the UNC. The UNC party is made up of most Indian people. Just like the PNM is made up more of African people. What am I saying there that I'm saying wrong? This is not the time. Don't say that because you'll be doing something wrong. Don't talk race when we don't know our country and our politics in Trinidad and Tobago is based on race. The professors and all the bright people go tell we don't do this, don't do that. All the pretending intellects and them go say, hey, find another road, but don't talk race when race is the problem. When it comes to our politics. And I get afraid. And them back by. And they don't know they have a certain amount of the East Indian already. They're not the ones that are trying to change. They are smart. The PNM are very smart. What you do? When there is a war, the first thing you will do is lick up the ports, the airports, and anything that could organize to build or to keep the country connected. What the PNM do is licking up the UNC via the businessmen. Well, I watch you know. The East Indian them making more money all you. They're real making you know. Say look, you choke the money. And these East Indian businessmen and them that Rowley them move smart to lock. Them is the people they know that they are workers, hundreds of workers, they have money. The PNM going and organize, if it is the calling that elections in December the 9th or November the 9th, at the end of the year there, they already put things in place with the PNM media. All they want to go see, a media is a very powerful thing. They go in and organize and buy out all the prime spots on TV6, CNC3. Well, the government station is done them own already. They're going to lock all prime spots with the youths when it coming to Boom Champion, when it coming to 90, all the urban stations are those youths and them going there. They're in their machinery. They're going and organize their work because in their mind, and as they are seeing, everybody else there, instead they unite or ever go. Gary on one side. Philip Alexander on the next side. Michaela Pandey on the next side. And hey, there's how the politics go. And then the Indian, the businessmen that's supposed to organize, they're not going on fund, so they're going to stifle the UNC. They're going to buy out all prime time. They're going to make sure that, hey, their message be out. While the rest of the country be waiting to wonder, hey, we're not hearing nothing from the UNC. While the UNC is saying everything right and bringing the messages to you, even at this point in time having budget consultations all over the country. Yes. But the majority of the masters would not get it because it will be stifled out. And when PNM have $60 billion of a treasury to deal with and buy out mainstream media, what is the fourth pillar of democracy? And they need money. The UNC will need money in order to get their messages out. But time that money come, the PNM lock all the best spots, all the situations. Their message come out. What going on with you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago from there? Understand, people, please, nah. The PNM watches here what they're going to do too. Due to the split and all that bacchanal. Whether it be Foster, whether it be Manning, whether it be Manning come from the dead, whether it be Rowley, whether it be who. The PNM will organize and fund Michaela Pandey. The PNM will organize and fund Watson Duke. Because if you're playing chess, Trinidad and Tobago, you have to play a good chess. Because they know in Trinidad and Tobago, the history always show that when Trinidad and Tobago all unites. Hey, let me make sure that 1%. Let me continue. The history show, because say, and I cut and let's see me come back. Nobody ends now. History have always shown when opposition, when all or most opposition forces unite, the PNM always have been defeated. So if I am the PNM and I am playing draft, watching everything and all kind of bacchanal, including bacchanal within the UNC and their own MPs and all these different things, and besides that, what's in there? That come and resign and then send out a message that he's being victimized because he's so party and this and that, and this thing just playing in the hands of the PNM.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Yeah. You don't want to think of. Don't tell me prayers. He stands in front of you. And with money spending, But for those who don't have money, you feel if I see them and Michaela Pandey don't have money to win my draft game. But you know, boy, I sorry I never learned chess really, you know. But no draft. But understanding draft a little bit, you understand chess. And if it's me, I will organize, all right. With Michaela Pandey could pop a big billboard going to Grandy Day. That might be cost about $15,000-$18,000. Big billboard. I will organize and I will make sure that she has money. Nice. Because I don't want she join with UNC. I'll make sure Gary has money. Somebody, you know. I don't want he neither. I'll make sure Philip point he party too. But I gotta keep that war between Gary and Philip. But the funding going in. Yep. Who missing? Hope. Who missing? And besides the political parties, the religious organizations of Trinidad and Tobago are missing. We're coming towards the right thing and doing the right thing. And so long as we really get that, Trinidad and Tobago in no time only could come and Singapore, you know. I might believe some people might be listening and saying, boy, you is a clown. Just like how we tell LENNOX Smith. Before 11 till vote for the Indian party, the government. He go see, I just tell him that. I say he go see pig flying with wings. I say, boy, they're not your time, you know. That is science fiction. That real far. Human evolve again. But all it takes is for those leaders to not be thinking selfish. For the country to heart. For the people of Trinidad and Tobago on the right thing. Because there's some of them parties in a minute for money too. So if a man know too, he could interrupt a whole thing and make sure PNM could walk through. Track cut for good to run. And he know, well, hey, I make a $10 million, I go pour out 5. I could do that when we suffer. I still have 5 for me and my family to live. You just leave 5 for me alone. I could live to hell with these followers, the people that follow me, and that goes all hurt. So I go back to Tobago. Mr. Farias, I hope today you're going to have a press conference mobilizing the people of Tobago to stand up if they don't want the non-destruction of Tobago and Tobago not ending up like a Lavantil. Do that, boy, Fally, boy. Mother Bernie, mute your mic, LENNOX. Mother Bernie, Silver Fox, and all the people me with that wouldn't want me to talk like this because you're making the leader look bad. You're cutting track for PNM to run. Where we don't talk is because track down cutting for PNM to run. You know. It ain't about operation to do, you have to do it where you will suffer. And this just we doing the operation. So partner boy, please. In a very decent way, in that way I hope that the people wouldn't be confused. I really hope they wouldn't be confused and say, well, look, the pit bull want to be on Fally and making him look bad and how it go. Boy, oh God, boy. By the meanwhile, just organize and mobilize your people at Tobago now, boy. You don't say the oil spill, the shark attack, the murder toll, and you've seen it getting worse, partner. You can't do it like yourself and that kind of diplomat scenes and that kind of way. That not that you can't win in that way here. Because any day them brothers and them going to cook the books, you know. Them have the money to spend and them breaks in making a jail, partner. So I just asking, if you ain't fall in the arms where most politicians is fall where the money, the big boys and them buy out all you, how if it go and you know, only just playing only game right, you know, along the line where they will always continue to be successful. I wish if you would play the role at this point in time when it comes to the people of Tobago as a Buffino, Faso, young general, when you look at my years, only 30-something years old. I forget his name, however it go, whereby you make that sacrifice, whether it's your life, whether the big boy and them may end up organizing to take you out because you're not going in them way. That is how it is go. That is what many politicians in Trinidad and Tobago and MPs and many people in high places is breaks. Because it come like he interfering or will be interfering with a 10, 20 billion dollar industry when them big boy them know, well, hey, $20 billion. Bread say we get rid of the problem. He not talking there, he ain't take spoon, he ain't follow the order. That is what is going on here. That's why most politicians be hard for it to be real. Because if they don't follow the order, they will be victimized. When they come in the airport, all of a sudden police will search them and all those various things. Many business people talk to me and had conversations with me along that line. Many business people wouldn't want to dance too because many of them too doing things somewhat not by the books, and they wouldn't want to put themselves out there whereby now to make the politicians and them study them and look to go at them. So they're protecting themselves by just staying quiet. And that is what Trinidad and Tobago is in at this point in time, the victimization and that bubble. All of us. And all we need is, and I am asking Farley, asking he first. If we can make that stand and have that belly now, boy, it is what it is. You see what going on. Most likely you go have an election before the year done. That is what they're saying. I think that Rowdy them go carry to the distance. But they're watching your 2 seats. That whole election thing, to what I heard, it could be wrong. To what I heard, and it come from credible people. Credible people. I think the 9th of November or the 9th of December or some, the 9th. Coming there because they're not worried about Trinidad. They have Trinidad luck with the EBC. It's Tobago the thing about, and they don't know, well, you and Duke have all issues they know one. Tobago split, and you haven't really and truly come out of the shell yet to really and truly mobilize your people. And I believe, Farley, this is a good opportunity for you to organize and bring out your people and start the campaign with immediate effect from now. Because at this point in time, if you don't do that, you'll come across like a Biden, and you're going to need somebody else that had that belly. You know, to organize and to fit that position. Just for you to get the belly there now. That ain't taking much out of your boy, Farley. What more reasons you need to tell the people at Speyside, Black Rock, Roxborough, and all these places, Canaan, all these places, Scarborough, Signal Hill, all these wonderful Buku, which had been mapped. Well, I could have mentioned a lot of things. To just bring them out. Standing now, Tobago. Just be a leader. Whether it costs you your life. I don't mind. I wish if I was in your position. I'd do it. Free of charge and all. Free. Just to make that, break that one link in order for we to go right, for this country to go right, for the betterment of all our kids, our children and our grandchildren. When you go do it? When elections call? The PNM buy out all over that about, you know, including mainstream media, you know. Wow. Wow. I have nothing to say there, especially when I see a Mikey K. A pleasant good morning to you, my brother. Oh boy.
Yes, good morning. Morning.
Yes.
Loud
Go
and clear. Morning,
Yes,
blessed morning to you. My
very
brother
clear.
Andy Pitbull Williams. Morning to Lennox Smith. Good morning to our technical director. Good morning to each and everyone. Yeah, you're right, Andy. They have bought out and will continue um, to entertain individuals who, for whatever reason, believe that they have a future with home invasions, with murder, with lies about constitutional reform, with dengue. So, there are people who are asking, but how it is that these people are gravitating to something that has been a social cancer here in Trinidad and Tobago? Well, because the PNM know how to talk and they know who to talk to. There are people who really and truly want to be part of that Costa Nostra and who want to be a part of that brotherhood of wrongdoers and wants to do things in secrecy. But that stop you from wanting what is best, and that shouldn't stop you from wanting to live better, and that shouldn't stop you for creating a future for your children and your children's children. Stop studying about who going where and ask yourself where you want to go and where you want this country to go. Because we're already in hell in a gasoline soap paper bag. So we've reached the bottom. Are we ready to get to the top now? I think that's what you're asking the people, and you're so correct. Yeah, so good morning to each and everyone, Sister Isle Tobago. I ain't want to mention nothing about Tobago too much because people will get kind of sensitive and, they believe that when you talk the truth, people ain't go win. Well, if talking the truth is snatching victory from somebody, then check yourself, eh? You really have to check yourself. If the ground report talking the truth and the people expressing exactly how they feel, and that will bring some sort of defeat to you, then you really and truly need to check yourself. Yeah. Who's on the outside, my brother?
Nice. So the lines are open, but meanwhile, yes, it's open. Trinidad and Tobago, send your voice notes. What's on your front burner? The talking tongue is, it is a fact, I think it's the 9th of December. That's what I'm hearing. And besides that, all these madness that going on in Trinidad and Tobago. So the lines are open, Trinidad and Tobago. Morning caller.
Yes, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Good morning to you, Mike K. Good
morning,
morning
brother.
to you, Max Smith. Yes, man. I miss the good on the listeners on Green Media TV. I see they have a big fight yesterday in Lakota, Taparo, celebrating some 10-year anniversary, something like that. And the massive crowd and the massive turnout. I want to say Foster Cummins, that money is well deserved. What's that money? If you see artists, this man hire to perform up the yesterday evening, expensive local artists. If you see how much of them was up there performing, boy, Foster, use the man. You see, we have to understand this. This is not the first time a 5-year will get killed in this country. And I want to make it clear, I am voting for who have the best crime plan in this country. Because I cannot understand that we go on social media, we saying RIP, SIP, rest in peace, sleep in peace, the little toddler God. And this country is not looking to make an effort or do something about it. And I am very concerned to see as a society, children getting killed. And we just sit down playing games. Nobody taking in front and leading the chart. Everybody on games in this country. And today, I must say, we is to blame of how our country come. Because 1.4 million people of us we German still. We talking African, Indian. We talking Hindu, Christian. A shame. Very shame. And I think that I take my knowledge internationally. Because you might see, and everybody say it was a great word what Joe Biden say. Joe Biden tell his supporters and the American people, I love this job, but I love my country more. And I see it, yeah. I see Republican and Democrat, not once, not twice. The history is there. Come together to save America and to make America a better place. We, UNCPNM, African Indian, we don't care about that. Right? We know the UNC do much in this country.
Kingsley, have a minute again, yeah? Because remember we start late and we want to make sure everybody gets in.
No problem with that.
Go ahead.
No problem with that. When issues like these things come around, everybody have to come together. It have time that we're gonna do the politics. That's time we're gonna play the game. When crime so deadly in the country and we can't come together, we ain't going nowhere. I want to thank you very much, Andy K. Andy Williams and Mikey K. Thank you very much.
Next caller, pleasant good morning to you. What
Thank
you calling
you,
from and where's
Kingsley.
your front burner on the ground report this morning? Go ahead.
Morning, caller.
Go ahead. Morning. Go ahead. We hear Miss Santa Cruz. Go ahead. Go ahead, Miss Santa Cruz.
She there?
Miss Santa Cruz, go ahead. Right. All of the lines are open, eh?
Yeah, when you get in, make your contribution. I don't know, perhaps you may not be picking up clearly as far as the call. Please give them the numbers, Andy, so if they can't get through.
225-6644, 225-6644, or 239-5120, 239-5120. Send us your WhatsApp voice notes or give us your WhatsApp call. What's going on is those of you who call in WhatsApp, the regular normal call, cutting your calls. That's why we're not hearing you. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, morning. Yeah, I'm calling from Tobago. What I have to say this morning, these children go back into power. They don't have enough in our homes to take bodies. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, but before you go, I want to ask you now, should not know Farley or whether Duke or whether what call on the Tobago people to unite and let us organize and make sure that the PNM win back those 2 Tobago seats? This is not the time now.
Yes, they have to come together and do something, you understand me? This breakaway thing that is connected back together and, come straight with everything and let's be thing just to keep this PNM out of Tobago. Yeah, they have to get together again. Dime enough for them to do this. This pulling and talking won't work. You won't get us anywhere.
Tobago seen it. I hope Trinidad see it. I hope Duke see it. I hope Farley see it. There we go. Next caller. Oh boy, we'll make it short and sweet. Because we don't start late, yeah, we may go a little later. Because at the time that we start, Valerie, post out those things there for us now, girl. Please. Oh boy, well, make it short and sweet. Morning, caller.
Morning, Andy, my brother. Morning, Lennox. We need for Dr. Rowley and the PNM to get out. It takes one human being to have this country in a mess, and it's time for we to stand up towards them. But you know what? We all are weak. We are weak to the Prime Minister. It's so much of people, so much of people around and no stand up straight to that man's face and say, Dr. Rowley, it's time for you to get out. Look, the President of the United States, he's telling himself he ain't able again because he have a little situation and he resigned. Why the hell Dr. Rowley still there giving people trouble and having us going right down to the gutter? But the time will reach. We have to get out. I'm so fed up with this man now. We have to move him out.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Good morning, caller. Where you calling from? What's your contribution on the Ground Report this morning?
Good morning, Andy. Good morning to you, Mikey Lennox. Newbie, and to everybody out there. Andy, I know it was not your intentions this morning to do that, but boy, you make me feel depressed out here. Here, the man, read your chats. You make people feel real depressed out here. No, Andy, we have to win this election. We have to win. Don't feed the snake. Don't feed the snake at all. Don't feed the serpent. Don't feed Satan. Don't feed Satan. Don't feed him. That man have to go, you know. Because I cannot see, and I listen to you, Andy, and my heart's sinking. And I say to myself, how can we take another 5 years or more of this man? This man has done nothing positive, has done nothing good for this country. And we are going to give him back that victory? Then we have no shame. We in this country have no shame. We like what we get in. And don't blame all the must blame Kamala Faye, blame all yourself. Because if all you had love all yourself and all your children, all your family, all your not you, and they're talking in general, right? Not you. Yeah. We wouldn't be giving him that victory. We wouldn't be talking so. That man had to go. That man, you want to tell me that man is going to spend? I don't care what anybody tell me. That ain't taking no millions. That taking billions to change that coat of arms. It is going to take billions. And they're going to have to do it for like a parliament because it's in the Constitution. And you remember a couple of days ago, I read something from written by Medina Mirage about she showed us in how many ways, right? They changed the Constitution right before our eyes. And this is going to be another one because they're going to pass it by a simple majority. Come on, people. Andy has said, I don't know what religion you are, right? But I'm calling on you. I said it for you. I said it for quite a few people this morning. I know we have a lot of Catholics listening to us. Even if you're not a Catholic, get the St. Michael prayer. And where they say the body the wickedness and snares of Satan. Put Rowley in there. We have to bind the wickedness and snares of Rowley. We have to stop him. Because this man is not doing anything that is meaningful for the country. This man, how many schools have they fixed, Andy? How many schools? Since school closed, our school is going to open just now. Before I can say, Jacob's school be ready for school. They have not done anything, Andy, to help the people of this country. And now they want to spend billions to change the coat of arms. What to do at a piece, the pantry in Bago? Because they took away the land and give it to somebody. Oh, come on, and all these people in this country. How long are they going to take that stupidness for? I'm not telling anybody to do anything illegal, you know. Because as Lennox say, we have a legal way of doing it. But I want to say something here this morning, Andy, and I show a positive COP go like this one. I am this man, the one with the parking cars. I forget his name and all.
Postman.
He keep talking about all right, what box train contract I get. And I do. I want to know who get the contract to fix it for the grand but it fall back down again. Who get it? But you ain't lying that again. I'm going to say it publicly, Andy. I give you a Lennox wrong yesterday before I answered him. Because the question he asked had nothing to do with the country. Absolutely nothing. But let me go again. I want to ask, who is Wilson Construction? Right? Who it is alleged was given money to build a community setting back at the rate. Nobody can find it like Mali known. And see, here this boy. I want to find out who is VNV Limited. Who is VNV Limited? Well, it is alleged that is Rohan Sin and nephew, who is allegedly getting all the contracts from the Drainage Division of the Ministry of Roads and Transport. Fixing and right now they got to fix it with show owners. But what is paying have a problem with that? He ain't saying that what to see all the Indians and them getting it and he ain't getting nothing. All he has to do is run and packers. Right?
Stupid
Look
man,
at
boy.
what it is
Stupid
going on
man.
here. Yeah, look at what it is going on. How many contracts he get? How many of his friends and family get contracts? They get train. Even did one single train, nothing get none. Look what Rohan allegedly getting a nephew getting. And that's what that we know. How many more contracts they get in? But you talk about the one I get. And let me tell you something. I had 3 contracts in my life. One when I was working together, I signed a contract when working in the private sector. I work in the private sector for the majority of my life. One that I signed in the church after a marriage contract, which is also called a marriage certificate, and I signed another one when my children were born. To be a good mother, to be the best mother that I could, right? I don't know nothing more about trade contract. So I find my support if I want to run him out and listen to the house mark on my man, you understand? Get proof. Go and find out who getting all the box, all the contracts from the Ministry of Work Division. Find out who was the one that fixed the Grand Bazaar and all, and they have to do it over again. They come and run your mouth on other people. And I didn't tell you something. We can't give up. No, we cannot give up. And as you said this morning, they're paying off people. They're paying off people. And I want to warn those people. All your profiting today, but I can tell all you something tomorrow that will never tell you. What does it gain a man if he suffers, you know what I'm saying? If he suffers loss of his own soul. And they're going to lose, and they are losing their souls. Look at all he said about those contractors who are giving work under the partnership government. They talk about all kind of thing. It's a contract cartel. Who getting contract cartel now? I need to tell you something, eh? Every morning or every other morning people do it. We have to remind who want to say we like to go back to the past, because if they don't learn from the past, they're going to repeat it in the future. And every morning, every other morning, we have to remind them. All the lies of PNM told those same contractors, but at the day, all of them still finance the PNM. But they will never profit. I'm telling you that because you know why? The tears of the people will fall by extension, all of them, because they're encouraging the government. They are encouraging the government to do what it is to the people of this country. But all they don't give up. All they don't give up. This morning I talking to my people out here, they know who they are. All they don't give up. Go on YouTube, get St. Michael Pro. You might be a Catholic, but it's a powerful pro. And say, put in ladies and Satan, put in Rowley. Because that man is destroying our country. And something has to stop it. We're going to use our fingers and we're going to use our pros to stop him. And he, thanks a lot. I know how you feel this morning, because all of us feeling that way too. And don't give up. Lift your spirits and let's move forward. Thanks a lot and have a good one.
Thank you. Indeed. Who's on the outside? Who's on the outside?
Mikey,
hey.
At the end of the day, ain't going to stop. And I tell you, I talking straight. The same Indian that the parents don't like businessmen that they're buying out. That is left with only support to finance the UNC. It's nothing. They're cutting them from there. They want to buy out all the TV stations, the prime times on the all major TV and radio stations. They go in and come with a whole with that money. And then they will make sure the others keep the disunity. But if they don't have money to think, who would have really have money to only organize a contest 10 seats? They will get money to contest 41. Can we game this go, Mikey, but talk to them now, boy.
Well, I hear you I hear you this morning, my brother. I hear you loud and clear. And this journey is not for the weak at heart. I will keep saying that. When the political leader says that one has to be laser focused, that you have to be highly conscious and you must envision the victory, even though we are still on the journey. Understand what I'm saying here? I understand that some days it will feel weak, some days it will feel weary, but you have to understand that this battle that we started, this battle that we are part of, this is not just about us. It is not about us. Because when they gather with their friends, their family, and their finances, they don't care anything about the fact that the middle class has been wiped out. Rowley's concern is not about the fact that you have to stay up late at night, you and your husband or your wife. I have to think about the bills that they want to juggle. Some will get paid this month, some will have to get leave out. Next month, you want to pay this one, and next month, you want to leave out that one. They are not concerned about the fact that your child is getting good grades, your child is striving to move ahead, but there's no future for that child. That little money that you put away to send them for higher education, whether it be UE or whatever, you don't have it. They have to dip into that. All your savings have been depleted. They don't care about that. But Kamala Prasad said something, and we must never forget that. She said that the United National Congress will always have leaders in the future, but you will never have one that loves you more than she does. When somebody loves you more than you love yourself at times, that tells you something. When you have given up and said, listen, man, this is as far as I could reach. And Kamala Prasad said, listen, I could go off and I could relax myself. I have a pension, but I can't do that knowing that you have nothing to eat. I can't do that when that your child has no future. I can't do that when I know, in fact, that these people are mismanaging the economy. I can't do that when I know that our students are falling through the cracks. She simply cannot just turn a blind eye, and that is why she's there standing in the gap for us. But she cannot do it alone. You have a prime minister and a party that has already laid out the agenda for their campaign, and it's a campaign of lies. You telling me that in a population of 1.4 million people, Keith Sutton, who's on the Observer, when I asked him, hey, how many committees are you on? What are you on that you can still focus on being a minister in the Minister of National Security when crime is at an all-time high? He said that he relinquished all of those posts, but he lied. Because on Sunday at their convention, he's the one that stood up and blabble and talk all this nonsense. He is telling us in a population of 1.4 million people that he spoke to 925 individuals. That is 800 people consulted with him, and 125 people submitted oral and written contributions. And they had an internal committee and trying to make us believe that the recommendations that they're talking about is the one that is being heard by Barry Sidon, and it is the National Advisory Committee on Constitutional Reform. That is not true. All of these things that they are telling you here is what they intend to go and campaign on. Because what they approve referendums. You know what I mean?
They're going to try to convince you that they're going to operate with full transparency and accountability. That's a lie. Making the Caribbean Court of Justice as the final court of appeal. Are you crazy? The white man that is getting up in Manchester, England on a morning and having his English breakfast and going to the Privy Council to rule on some matter. He doesn't know where you live. He doesn't know your ethnicity. He doesn't know anything about you. He is just going based on the legal facts presented to him. And I would take that chance with that man any day. When in fact somebody could just simply pick up the phone and influence somebody in the region because you are looked at as a political opponent. So I'm going for that increase in autonomy for Tobago. And that's what they want to tell you. That they want to give Tobago more, but the UNC is the one that's standing in the way. They're going to tell you that the reformation of the Salaries Review Commission, they don't do that, but the UNC is standing in their way. They're going to tell you about reformation of the responsibilities of the office of the DPP. And you remember we went to the DPP, and we're going to tell you those changes will not or cannot be made because the UNC is standing in the way. That is what the whole campaign, that is what the entire campaign is going to be about. And one has to ask the question, even the people who are talking about it internally have a problem with reformation of sexual orientation rights. I don't believe that one for now. But they want to that because they're going to go into election. They have laid out their agenda. It means they have absolutely nothing to offer. It means they have nothing to stand on. It means they have nothing to show that they did something for the past 9 and something years. They have absolutely nothing. So the people who gravitated to them, they have no problem being part of a bunch of thieves. They have no problem being part of the Kosher. They have no problem being part of the brothers of wrongdoing. But that is not your business. That is not your concern. Your concern is to stay laser focused. Understand that as we start to unravel them and to connect the dots, the PNM has nothing to offer. Absolutely nothing to offer. So you must ask yourself, when you go out there, you're looking for a UNC friend, you're looking for a UNC partner, you're looking for a UNC associate, you are looking to build a UNC voter. That is your prime objective, to build a UNC voter, because it's votes that we're going to need to get us out of this problem. So I understand your concerns, Andy. I understand what worries you. But if we come out and do what we have to do, no amount of buyout, no amount of sellout, no amount of undermining, no amount of backstabbing could stop a force that is committed and dedicated to removing Rowley and the PNM government. They could hide box, they could throw away ballots, they could do what they want, but it would be so overwhelming that they themselves would have to put their hands up and surrender to the fact that change is inevitable. And that change will come once we understand and stay laser focused. Stop making excuses. Excuses are tools of incompetence, and you're not incompetent because we call you out there, you just come out. When we tell you stand your ground, you just stand up. When we tell you push back, you just push back. I understand you. Maybe you're getting tired, you get weary, you want to leave, you want to hold on. But let me tell you something. This is the last brawl. Suck it up and take that last breath. And then whether you get it from, whether you get it from God Almighty, whether you get it from Allah, wherever you seek it, wherever you find it, get it and get it in full force, because change is coming. We must live better. And I tell you together, we will live better.
Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and LENNOX Smith.
The lines are open. Let's check out the voice notes. What's on your front burner? Everything was unfold before your very eyes. Last night, all I want to do is study this one, that one, and the other, and study what's ourselves in the mirror. What we are doing. The change starts with us. Boy. It's like somebody coming here at video. Real authentic thing, good thing. Tell them all you next week, somebody come down and put money on your family. Give all your and show everything. And then we watch that and say, well, that's not the thing. Remember, it's modern technology these days. People face somebody and thing and this and that. And breads. While we fighting for survival, as Mikey say, them brothers fighting to stay out of jail. What would you do if you fight to stay out of jail, right? And have access to 60 billion borrowing money all out and making sure you pump money on all the Indian businessmen that have a lot of workers. And you make sure you look at it. What I want to needs to know if any one of them business people in Trinidad and Tobago only play the one to fund the UNC. That crap out eat their grass. Well, boy, what I don't understand the fight is we go to the lines, yes?
They have nothing to offer, Andy. Nothing to offer. This man stood up and read an internal document. Morning.
What kind of rubbish you talking there, Mikey? Eh?
All right, thank you. So I
total rubbish.
Total rubbish. A man stood up. Now let you go with a man. Forget it. A man stood up and listen. They have absolutely nothing to campaign on. Absolutely nothing. He spoke to 925 people, and I'm certain that not one person locked on the ground report right now had any kind of consultation with Scotland. Bacteria could say what you want. They have nothing to stand on. Absolutely nothing. You can't come and intimidate nobody or feel you could bully somebody. If you want to come here and tell us about all these success stories, lay out the success stories from day one. Let me lay out all of them. All of them you must lay out. And then you will get a chance. You want Porter, Spain, or whoever else. But right now, we on people business. Go on the outside.
Bang, 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 bang.
That we talking about. Morning, caller.
Morning.
Morning. Not good at all. Mentally, at this point in time, just watching these semantics played before very eyes.
You know, we do not want it. And I know he's not opening them out.
Hurtful.
Go up. What do you mean?
Listen to the radio. Listen on your phone. Listen on your phone. Go ahead and make a listen. Listen on your phone.
You know, on that coat of arms, that Rowley removed the tree ship. You know, on top of the wheel, on the top there is a palm tree. He might remove that palm tree and put a value tree. Who knows?
All right. What I'm asking something. What does that have to do with being laser focused? You tell me. Why would you allow Rowley to deflect the issues? I don't care if they put 3 Russian submarines. Hold on. I don't care if they put 3 Russian submarines on the coat of arms. That will do nothing to curb home invasions. That will do nothing to help the 2,000 plus students that fell through the crack. That will do nothing with babies who died in the ICU. That will do absolutely nothing to help these parents get some kind of assistance to send their children to school. That will do absolutely nothing to restore consumer confidence in this country. He could put 3 Russian submarines. I am not going to deflect from the issues. And don't let Rowley take it down that road. So what? That's not a priority. You think mothers who listen right now, who scratching their head, who thinking about who man they could go with to compromise their sexuality, to make sure the children start school on time so they don't get left behind. You think they care about the programs, what they put on it? They put in money on it. They put in opportunity on it. They put in any kind of advancement or changes on it. Stop going down that road and still is our focus.
Yeah, you see, Mike, the point is that people don't see these things. You know, there's some fanatics that they base their on PNM and Rowley. I know this is the problem in Trinidad. You know? That people are focusing on the main issues. You see?
Well,
Mikey, let me tell you something. I'm Canadian, I live in Canada. I always have to wish to return home I live. Not to the condition under which I'm in Trinidad, no. You know, I was driven away from Trinidad due to extortion. I had business due to extortion. I had to leave Trinidad and come abroad with my family. You see, and this is the problem with the Trinidad. That the government don't care about anybody, care about themselves, their finances, and their family and friends. You know, look at the amount of money that is missing from that they can't give up of. You know, I think that people should just go to the Sri Lanka or go to the Cayman Islands and check and see the people. Because these are places story among no Sri Lanka knows it. You know? But don't want to pay property tax on his buildings he has, where other people have to pay property tax. You know? And it's rare then. Anyhow, Mikey, you take care. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Oh boy, where's it out there?
Morning, folks.
Morning. Let's make it short and sweet. We are looking over at 9:30 today, 9:30, so you'll do have to run at 9:30, we'll lock off. Do the list.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning. Andy?
Morning. Go ahead, Try to make it short and sweet.
Yeah. I just want to tell you, Andy, don't worry about anything. I know I might say, oh, she said don't worry, anything like that, but I don't want you to worry. See, pray, you can move even like something. When one bruise the foot, right, get down on the knees and start to pray. And 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. If we can't do it physically, we need to do it spiritually. Because you know, here, that Rowley by now, the idiots and all of that. Let me tell you something. We need to put God first in everything that we do say. Because I say it yourself too. Put God in front. Let me tell you something. Right? The Bible said, on the Lord's side, come on the Lord's side. Who on the Lord's side, stay in that side. Right? So I can understand how people can say everybody needs to come together. Come together, okay? I can understand everybody coming together. Come together for what? Because a lot of them is going to put back the and so when we come together, we run a loss. We're not doing it to win. It come like you're going into battle. You know your enemy can't come together. I don't understand what it's saying. You know, my brothers get confused. On the Lord's side, stay on the Lord's side. One. The enemy side, stay on the enemy side. I need to fight. We can't fight it physically. We need to fight it spiritually. Get on the knees and bruise on knees.
No, but you're right.
Yes.
You're right. I agree with you. It has some people you can't come together with.
You say it's have some people they cannot come together with.
I agree with her when she said that it has some people you just cannot unite. You can't form an amalgamation and that's it. That don't mean, what does that mean? You move on with your business. Not everybody will be committed.
I am not going to compromise when everybody's saying everybody come together, but you don't know what I'm thinking. You don't know when I'm going to be big food. You don't know when I'm going to be bad and everybody going into the PNM side. Yeah. When you're going to need to stay by yourself. Why your bad stay with the bad people? Why the sheep and the goat? Why you want to make the sheep and goat together? God is a God of order. So when you stay on the left side, when the enemy side, stay on the enemy side. But we're going to win this election. Come with me. We're going to win this election. I hate the people talking about division. What did God do like is trying to score them, my brethren? And God don't like swift feet that run to do evil. Right? And God hates the hands that shed innocent blood. That's the book of Proverbs. Right? So only Lord takes down the Lord side, only God takes down the Lord side. Don't separate. Don't be like the sheep and the goat. That's my contribution.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Yes, Beulah hitting you like good. Who's outside? Morning, welcome.
Hi, good morning, gentlemen. You know, I have a little delay on the phone, so I don't know if this really where you all reaching the program. Hello, Mikey. Mikey is from a while ago, so am I up to the contribution?
Yeah, yes, you are up to date. Yes, you are.
Oh, right. Well, yes, good morning. Let me tell you this now. You see this PNM jumpy, this PNM obia, this PNM whatever it is that's playing on the minds of the people in the country. We have been there. We have done that. We should realize by now that the PNM work in a certain way to confuse the hearts and minds of people. And what is worse, the worst part of it is that we allow them to do it. Rowley know the people. He know what to say. He know what to do. To have everybody feeling down and feeling negative and see they so up and they have so much support and they're doing so well. It is all of the show. When we understand that, they have their spirit, they know the start. You understand? So when people see they have a meeting and they see a whole crowd of people like this or whatever, they still big, they still powerful, they still have support. Yes, they have support because they will have support because they have a lot of food in the country. But we have to be strong. You understand? I believe a coward. I believe it's weak. I believe it's going to show to make you feel all this well, but it's not well. And when he gets in your head and in your mind and he gets you to be thinking that he's doing so well and he is so perfect and people so love him and he's doing it like him, that is what they want. We don't want our doubts. And our not only come here to tell you, they want the people to doubt and fear and talk about no matter what you can be here and all you change all your thinking. You understand? Because on the show, we have the power and we can do what we have to do and our listeners be right. You understand? PNM know they have not done anything for the past 9 years to destroy this country. PNM know a lot of people, thousands of people, even people who support the PNM, they have changed their mind. You understand? So they are working on clearing the minds of people to show that they do so well. But they're doing so well. It's a big show and people have to recognize. Do not fall for the PNM antics. Do not fall for the show. Do not fall for the propaganda. We should pass that stage of people to inform. People are too educated. People have seen the destruction of the PNM. Do not come. Whatever you know. Over 400 people in there. But yeah, what do you know about the PNM stand up before election and tell the population? And the population says yes, it's true. Over 400 people lost their lives. You understand? But the PNM is tell you that's true. People stick to the facts, stick to what is real, and no matter what PNM tell you, or you expect it. Because money must have no surprise about PNM. When they come with a big show, a big, and let me tell you all this, money, the stuff, and them have the money. But we have to know, we don't have no money like intelligence, and the people have no money like it. But you know something? People have the power, the finger, because as I say, all you have, all you have to have is that power to go and vote. And after that, all you have all the pay money, all the money. I want these clowns who are rich today, they shaking the blue today. I want him to give each one of them $5 million each to go and be the propaganda. So at least if they give each one of them $5 million each, they will have at least $1 million a year to spend for the next 5 years. Because they will do what they have been doing forever. Coming out and fooling the people for 6 months and then it's catch hell. Imagine the harm. Look at this. People all of them dead when they say, well, they play stupid and let somebody fool all you know. This man saying on the TV, he and with the past, you know, they will go to the TV, show the people that have. And you know something? We have the majority in parliament so we can do it. Who the hell is the majority in parliament? All of this that's going on in this country because the majority of all we sit down and doing nothing. We'll sit down and throw them in the come up like a boy and open up and start around. What the hell is wrong with the people? Man, you know, in a small act, look at our victory, don't have the power, and have the strength, stop being depressed, stop being confused, stop doing what we want to do, what we want to do, and this man is saying, listen, the whole problem that we have is that we become civil. He said, when you move the culture, and the first step, and the thing that we have to do, like everybody these colonial masters, the colonial representatives, because we are tired of it. What he said, what we do, all we have to do, we will no longer be squatters on the steps of the Privy Council. That is Rowley and the PNM problem, that Privy Council. Because you know why? The Privy Council, he can't control them. They stand for the law, and they uphold the law, and what is right, and what is wrong is wrong. He insists he wants to be CCJ here, because you know all of them can control them. All of them is upon a legal crooks. You know, he know that they have no law and no order. People will all your eyes, all your children, all your grandchildren will make jail. You will do all kinds of things. Be careful, you know, look at the channel and stand up for what is right. Because let me tell you now, if only can I people that say the thoughts allow you to have there for 5 years, and they're fighting, and they're determined, and they're planning, hey, we have to fight, we have to be determined, and we have to be determined. Yeah, if they have to fight, whatever them can do, we can do better. They have more money. And let me tell you now, money can buy life. Money can buy life when you see the kind of the bonus and things. And all your wife, and all your husband, and all your children, and understand. So let me fight power, so I'm going to be good. The next people, they tell you that money is important, we all need money. We have plenty things in this life that money can't buy. So all you have now is the money to food and the propaganda. And people have better sense than that. Think all you have to do is talk to all the sides every day. And remember how long you for the past 9 years. And remember, no, all them not going to be better for the next 5 years. They want to leave power. They're working now. All they should be doing before, because they didn't do it. But they're doing it now. And they're doing people. Do not be fooled. No matter what we say. No matter how much we say, people are people carry and fill up in things. Do not be confused. Do not be swayed. Stay focused. Stay focused. We can do it when we unite and fight. And we have one common goal to remove this PNM, to sit down and we can do it. Why they have more strength than us? Why they have more power than us? Why they should? You know why they have it? Because the foolish people giving them. And Lord, let me tell you the sanity. Police are cowards. They will stand up. Really stand up to police. So you will see the weak at the corner and they did not as bad as it takes. So people, we have to fix this country. Let us unite. Let us have strength. Let us have and let us know that we could do it. We could do it. You understand? Here does not belong to Rowley and the PNM. And you look at the only place you have to go for justice is the Privy Council. You see, we have to power to a role in it. We have to take the power. You know what? We have to live better. We want to live better. We could live better. And we will live better. We each one of us have to do for ourselves. Yeah? We have to see all what's happening now is the end of our living. Is the end of our living. We're looking to fix them, fix the road so that every one of us in this country and our children and grandchildren are live better in the name of Jesus. Because you know, when we stand up and we fight and we stop being cowards, we stop being foolish, we stop being intimidated by all the short the propaganda and the PNM. Stop it. We have power, and we will use it. We will use it on the day election. But let us just better this and it's because fix it when we unite and we fight and we have the confidence, the saboteurs, but everything we need on IT God, but by personal action and we can succeed and we will succeed when we keep our mind on a positive road, We have to stay strong, we have to stay positive, we have to have confidence in ourselves and in each other. Blessings, gentlemen.
Wow, the lines are open.
Oh, yes, indeed, the lines are open. Get on the inside, give them the numbers and the morning.
According to Mr. all the frustrated people. National instrument will be on the flame for the state today. From 4 o'clock, fan and powder, come and enjoy music and stop frustrated all this.
And again, that's all they have to offer. I'm not surprised. Not surprised. This man in to say nothing. Nothing that help elevate the lives of the citizens. Absolutely nothing. You see, the question everybody has to ask himself, are you going to vote against yourself, boy? Are you going to vote against yourself? We're talking about unite. Let's make. How can you unite when there's self-hatred? You can't hate yourself so much. You're voting against yourself. This man wanting to talk about coming down for pan and powder, school of just now. What mother could take that to the bookstore? What child can get a uniform with that? Yeah. And news on the
One ground report. People in this country hungry, depressed, no water, no money, no food, or school supplies, struggling to pay bills. Right now, 2 nurses is living in this house. Living in this house. And we cannot pay our bills. So much unsolved murders in this country. This country need deliverance from the PNM. What's a message? Deliverance must come from us. We have to do them. Everybody just keep talking now. The boy, no. The boy. The people that thought we were really mad election. The BBC across the. If you they say, well, yeah, this time, right? Well, let's see. Well, let's see. So you have God, guys. God says you have them those who will.
Yes, nothing to offer. Can engage in a constructive dialogue, meaningful dialogue. Absolutely nothing. If it is that you, yeah, go ahead. Put on
Morning, Andy, for Grandy and Mikey.
Morning, brother.
Just imagine the Prime Minister was holding a symposium, some kind of thing on Sunday, to tell the public about the findings of the constitutional reform. And he went out on a VAT and come up with a stupid statement where he go and remove ships for pan. And that wasn't himself involved in the constitutional reform findings. Because when they questioned Dr. Terence Farrell, the man said he make a recommendation that we will not ship from no coat of arms. So is the Prime Minister come up with these VATs, right? And there's a distraction on the screen. What is it? A small screen. For the public to go off and talk a certain nonsense with this thing, while he in the background they doing the mischief as usual. Because you see in way this country spent $7.6 billion US to buy petrochemicals. This country is product of gas and other things for the country. And we have to find $1 billion plus every year US to pay for these things because we are generating no US money here. The businesses in the country, they will be getting a trickle down effect if we have petrochemicals running here. They will be getting some US currency there. But they too going bust. And this man presiding over this foolish and nonsense about emblem and all kind of thing and coat of arms. I wonder if he's going to take money out. He pockets for all the expenses of this country.
But the man is right. Why do people want me to talk on that? Because people like you and everyone, I can say you, but the people of Trinidad is allowing that. Why would I not do something that people are allowing? Come on, man, insanity. If I continue to do things that people are allowing it, how the hell, why would I not do it?
Exactly. If I can lie and get away with it, and people tolerate it, why not do it? Call it thanks for your contribution. And again, that is the problem, and you're correct. Laser focus. I want people to understand or catch the meaning or grasp the essence of that. Laser focus. Imagine you had an internal report. It's an internal report this man had, and he's saying that he's disappointed to say at this stage that the group of people who are, in fact, an arm of the government and parliament under the UNC leadership, he is disappointed to say that our country's opposition chose, up to this point, not to partake in the process. But if it was an internal report laid by Keith Scotland on findings that the PNM party did, what do the UNC have to do with that? And it cannot be the report from the committee, the advisory committee, headed by Mr. Senator, because at the end of the day, that hasn't been made to the public as yet. So why are you playing games? Why are you playing games? Trying to say now that, hey, the people who hindering all of us from living better is the UNC. We couldn't do it for the past 9+ years. We come up with something, and now we are here to convince you that the reason why you live in the way that you live in is because of the UNC. I mean, you for real? And you want people like Bacteria buying into that, Tortoise Spain buying into that, all of them buying into that nonsense, and not only buying into it, but also trying to sell you that this was an internal PNM report. That's what it was. 925 people. That's what he said. Out of a population of 1.4 million. That's way less than 1%. Way less. And that is what they're going to campaign on. That is what they're going to campaign on.
The campaign strategy.
And many of the people that you're questioning were affiliated to the PNM. They were never an asset to the UNC to begin with. Let the PNM take all the liabilities. We should be happy. Because those are the same people who would come and present themselves to the UNC and in no time at all will undermine the entire process and turn on the very same person who gave them that opportunity to begin with. Whether it's a safe seat, whether it's a spot in the Senate, whether it's some ambassadorship, it's the same Kamala predecessor, it's the same hand that they are going to turn around and bite. So you know what? Take them. Let us dump all our garbage by the house. Take them. That's all they're good for. Because if you want to sign on to some not done anything for this country in the last 9+ years and beat your chest and say that is where you believe the future is, you have a right to go. Don't ask yourself why you're going. Be thankful. Be happy. That one less problem for Kamala and the UNC. So what's the problem? Stick to the business. We want to live better and stop voting against yourself. Who's on the upside?
My God, numbers, the lines are open. The numbers are called 225-6644, 225-6644, or 239-5120, 239-5120. So that's a WhatsApp call or WhatsApp voice note at 366-3053, 366-3053. What says now the lines are open? We continue to allow and want to vex. We allow Rowley and PNM to divide us. We allow Rowley and the PNM to kill plenty of families during COVID. We're forcing people unconstitutionally to take injection because they have to do the injection. The bread and butter, your children, the rent, the bills. Morning, go ahead, Colin.
Yes, and William and Mike. You look, people still waiting on the grant that I give up to the children. Why this man
give $16 million during the NAFTA bill in Times Square. Give a man $61 million to organize meeting in New York. Nearly $1 billion to pay the Red House. They bill a hospital in Gandhi with nearly $1 billion to place. He tells people, he tells finance minister, I will instruct my finance minister to get $100 million for this meeting. And people can't get a plan for the children yet. $1,000. All this money, and again, my ticket saying $500 million, it's more than that. It's more than that. They borrow over $150 billion, and the criteria to get that money is to tax the people. The country running on fumes. So you have to take it from the people, take it out, tax them, make sure they pay for everything, kill them. They mustn't live. Who get there? Who live? The rich will get richer, and the poor have to get poorer. Beg the kind of man, taking taxpayers' money, $600 million and $100 and something thousand to pay off the people with the section anymore. The taxpayers' money, and the people can get, the children can get the grant for $1,000. What if the people, he aligned with the Costa Nostra. He's a mafia gang, he aligned with the mafia. Costa Nostra is dealing in guns and drugs. Every man aligned with. But you feel easy, I want more money, give it to people. Gentlemen, we'll have a blessed day.
The lines are open.
Next call, boy.
Good morning.
Pleasant good morning to you. Good morning, guys. Listen, Dr. Shuyofu. Go ahead, boy.
Hello. This is a big what I want to mic put on, but I want to check. Putting movers. We're doing a project in interest. And I'm probably Monday saying this project supposed to finish in 9 months' time. People don't know the houses of people. I know the buyers of house. This is not a payroll and it's much there. We're going just now I got one about 6 or 8 times here before last twice. I talked to Mr. Pantani, the man, and the engineer come through. What they're doing, they are not coming investigate now. You have people from Australia, the contractor, they didn't clean drain. You have some people from Canada, they went to build the water crossing, they want to come in the house. I didn't know Mr. I buy one here. I am number 3 and 6 in Sally Trace. I did the documentation on there. And the program necessary, I want to come and investigate the area you push. Because we have from approach area, all the water in balance from Matla, we charge that all day. They're digging gravel in the river. They dig out all the gravel in the river. I was married in 1976, I was living here, I had 3 teachers in the house here. My name is Donald Power, I feel that's okay, I just broke our box. Yeah, it's only I that pray, like I do in here. Yeah, like I want to come in and investigate this court movers. When they come here, the other side of the road, the office of the road is one. The squad that the building is from my resort forest. The Sunday and Adventist church, it's not to come out to the church of Scotland. Yeah, it's from my resort forest, where you come there to my bison. I pull on a bell that like a fire, big bone. In the neck, I cripple, come to the office of the boy here comes, now spray 9 years, I know my mouth block. I hope push my mouth block is real. It's flooded in fishing pond and flooded the ice, push the pond, push the push. The river passes through the bridge, the panel document in the figure of fire, all your documents and you push it. Yeah, you push by the widest, what by the deepest, and county is the longest. And you only survive in the bank, carrying start away, where the someone has the money in the center. Yeah, all the water from my winter, the matter of the push. It's all doing matter of the about one, the about the second. The salary is one for the man who they charge in the airport or who they get and put on our college idea. So that's how I don't know. I have big comment, I know that you have a lot of voice for the person I call.
No problem, first time caller. They do. We'll organize another call. Oh boy. Open. Wow.
Wow, it's true. Yeah, boy.
Blessings don't report, blessings on the country, God be straight here. You know, Andy, I see you take some shots this morning again, boy, right through, boy, spiritual warfare, boy. But he's a strong fella, you're standing up to them a long time, but they don't know where the God is spiritually, mentally, and physically, right? All they just know that it's real spiritual warfare. And they're looking for a man who just went to a battle.
Sorry, I just the people say that no belly. They are yellow belly. I'm saying that to them. They are yellow belly. We stand up for what we want. Sorry, we're so long about them. Stand up for what we want here. We want to lie, but we get to W like that. Instead that the people have a belly. They want to get rid of something. They want to find a way to get rid of that. That's our problem. Okay?
Good morning, Andy. Lennox and Mikey. Good morning, trying to be. Andy, here we go. In the midst of all this darkness and madness and craziness, with this evil, wicked PNM, this is not a fight for the faint-hearted, Andy. People in Shanty all you need to get up and get rid of these evil bunch of scams. Because if this man, God forbid, come back in office, we might have bigger us there then. We have to get rid of these people. These people have to be held accountable, and they will be held accountable for their evil actions, money or no money, because it's a true way to be Andy. You don't have an evil, wicked businessmen in this country. These people, them evil, they're selling their souls for a few dollars at the expense of the nation. Look, man, people all wake up and stand up here, man, and do the right thing, and it's that.
Morning, everybody. This country have no unity. You understand me? The people of the country not coming together. If the people of the country come together, we will get a change. But that's not happening. That's not happening. That's all.
Only just imagine $7.6 billion spent in 6 years by this country over petroleum products that Petrotrain would have been providing for the people of this country. Right? All that refinery shut down, and we are like $7.6 billion. I want to know where we will get the US for the future, because we have no income coming from any foreign supplier oil that we US dollars. And he must tell us how it is that he will get his money. Right? People don't get money to transact business. All these small business closing down because they have no US dollars coming into their business to buy goods and services. And this government doing. Don't understand how they do it. I really want to see how this economy will go in the future, because the petroleum dollars is coming into the country and it will be trickled down to everybody. Even these small businesses getting money because of petroleum. Now we have to take that money, change it in the US and buy petroleum products. So we're not getting in the US. We have to buy US now. Go save this country, yeah? The PLM, fire burn them.
That's the last voice out there, boy, Mikey, boy.
Wow, I tell you, boy, Andy, I tell you, understand that there's work to be done, and we are ready.
Is it the people ready now, boy? We are
Yep.
ready. Is it the
Gotta do
people
what we have to do, folks. So stay locked on. Don't forget later on this evening, the Observer. That's right, with yours truly, Mikey K. Gael, Ampere Flow, TiVo, YouTube, Facebook, and don't forget as well the UNC, the last of the pre-budget consultations in the constituency of Siparia. So you can also check that out. And also at 8 o'clock, our very own LENNOX Smith corridor transformation. So a lot is going on today as things head into the main vein of the general election. So you understand what's taking place. Nothing to offer. And you shouldn't be surprised. Absolutely nothing to offer. I do understand where you quote around whatever pan, you can put whatever. Hey, that's all good and well. But there's a time for that discussion. What we need to discuss now is the fact that we need to live better. We have to live better. The mother who's trying to make ends meet and has to compromise her sexuality to put food on the table is not concerned about that conversation. Man who has been emasculated by Rowley and his administration, who cannot provide for his family and is frustrated, he is not concerned about that conversation. People are trying to survive. You're out there and you're telling people straight to the face you have, you're suffering, you're hurting, but yet still you're falling prey to Rowley and the nonsense about these conversations. What? And what? Because they have nothing else to discuss. That's all. That's the fact.
I just say these two more quick. Go ahead, boy. Make it short and sweet.
Okay, I'm listening here. So this happened. That's what this enchanted listening to everything that's taking place in my beautiful Trinidad. And if the CSK Rowley is a master of delusion, you see that Kotavam Lala thing they're talking, but it's just to throw people off track, right? Because the Kotavam, let's change the Kotavams, and if stop the killing that's taking place in the country, I say go for it. If the Kotavams changing could help the health situation in the country, the health sector get better, I say go for it. I say the Kotavam changing to eliminate the poverty in the country, I say go for it. But that is just something to make people talk. If the Kotavam changing could account for the $3.something billion that Colin Miller account for. You know, this year, Colin Miller's last meeting, he has saying about them for salary. You know, nobody call about talking, you know. These people, they're really, really good PNM. It's the greatest PNM. They're really good. I don't know why these people in Sri Lanka can't open their eyes, wake up and open their eyes and see what's taking place. If I'm real people from the East Coast, I know that they want the change, but I don't know. See, to Jumpy, it had these people tied up. It's really, really tight, right? But I don't know. I can only prefer Sri Lanka. I got to the hospital in New York for a couple of days, and I feel I was in a 5-star hotel. When you come on, look on the Facebook and see a man post something about some people lying down the corridor in our hospital. Yeah, it hurt me. It hurt me to know. Sri Lanka, they go a little always country. Going to the dogs, we're going right down. And people can't wake up and see that. Something has to be wrong with spirituality. Something definitely wrong with it. Fellas, God bless you guys. Always trying. And I pray. Have a blessed one.
Last one. Morning.
Pleasant good morning, Andy.
Good morning to you.
Ann Brown, Mr. Lennox, Mikey K.
Good morning, ma'am.
Today is our last pre-budget consultation. It's going to be held tonight at the Siparia Constituency Office Junction. PNL, please come out and support. We want to live better. Have a great day, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, boy, wrap it up, Mikey, boy.
Yes, folks, so don't forget, she just said it, I'm wrong, made it quite clear. Tonight is the last one, and that is in the constituency of Siparia. You go out there, check it out, as well as the Observer will be on at 7 p.m. this evening, and at 8 p.m.
Will be on Real Media TV. That yesterday. It'll be on early.
It'll be early on, so you can check it out on realmediatv.com as well. Don't forget corridor transmission at 8 o'clock. And we are trying to put the finishing touches to the fundraising barbecue. We have a bit of a challenge because the franchise that we wanted to use that's supposed to make it easier for whatever area that you're living in. They don't really do things like that. So we are trying to avoid having to do a lot of running up and down, but we will sort it out and get to you the information as soon as possible. So be with us, and people have been going for that. And again, stay focused, laser focus. Folks, until tomorrow, we are out of here. Be safe.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith. The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, 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 bang.